Hello guys, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles, and I'm happy to be in front of you guys for making a video today. I'm Kishore and I'll be solving a classic Sudoku created by the genius constructor Shye. Shye is really good when it comes to innovating in Sudokus or incorporating new ideas in classic Sudokus. I really love solving Sudokus created by her. So you can try out this Sudoku yourself. The link is given in the description of the video. Please do give it a try and come back and watch the video. I've attempted this Sudoku just some time back and I really thought it would be good to make a video on this Sudoku, and I'll request our dear viewers to show me a continuation other than the one that I'm going to show you, because I'm curious if that is the intended path of the author. Let's see. So before I go into the Sudoku, we'd really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button under the video. This will keep us motivated and to produce videos on a daily basis. So please show us your support. We'll really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button under the video. Let's start the Sudoku now. Rules are normal. Each row, each column and 3 by 3 box in the grid will have digits from 1 to 9 without any repetitions. So those are the rules. Having said that, I'll start the Sudoku. So there is a 2 in row 4 and row 5, giving me a 2 here. And that gives me 2 in one of these two cells because 2 can't go here. 2 is in column 4, column 5, so 2 goes here. 2 cannot be in row 7, 2 cannot be in column 9, so 2 goes in one of these two cells. I know that corner pencil marks are not going to help much in this Sudoku, but I'm just doing it for formality's sake, because that's how we do Sudokus, right? Put in a few corner pencil marks and then slowly start writing all the candidates inside the cells. So I'll stick to the same approach here, but however I'll quickly change my approach to start writing candidates inside cells as I know the exact solve path. So we have 3, 5, 7 here and 1, 2, 6 here. So remaining digits are 4, 8, 9. 9 can't go here, so 9 goes in one of these two cells. You might have noticed that I've changed my attention from 2's because I don't see any other box where we can mark a pointing pair of 2's like these, or where we can restrict 2 to only 2 cells. Okay, can we continue with the 9's? 9 has 3 options here. 9 has only 2 options in this box, these 2 cells. Let me mark those. 9 cannot be in column 3, 9 cannot be in row 8. And similarly in box 9, just these 2 cells can take the 9. And these 2 pointing pair of 9's and this 9 gives me a 9 in one of these 2 cells. Can we make any more pencil marks of 9? Yes, 9 cannot be in this cell because there is a pointing pair of 9's, and 9 cannot be in column 3. So 9 goes here. And now if you look at row 5, these 2 cells can't take 9. These 2 cells can't take 9. So 9 would have to be in these 2 cells. And that's about it with the 9's. So let's switch our attention to some other digit, maybe 4's. There are very few 4's in the grid, so I suspect we'll be able to make some much progress there. So 4 goes in one of these 2 cells. 4 cannot be in column 6, so 4 goes in one of these 2 cells. And 4 would be in these 3 cells, which I'm not going to mark. Okay, a few more corner pencil marks and I'll quickly start writing the candidates. Right, so 1 is in column 4, column 6, so 1 goes in one of these 2 cells. 1 cannot be in row 5, 1 cannot be in column 8, so 1 goes in one of these 2 cells, and that gives me a digit. In column 9, 1 has exactly 1 cell. Okay, so 4 is now reduced in possibility, so let me mark the 4's there. And 7 is in column 7 and column 9, so that gives me a 7 in one of these 2 cells, and that has allowed us to see a pair. So 7 9 goes here. Let me remove the corner pencil marks. I think it's time I start writing the candidates. So I'm quickly going to write all the candidates inside the cells to show you guys the solve path the solve which I used when attempting it a few hours ago, sometime back I mean. So 1 2 6 3 5 7. So the candidates remaining in this box are 4 8 and 9. This must be a 4 8. This must be 8 9 and that must be 4 8 9. Where do we look at now? Okay, I forgot that this cell has only one candidate, one digit actually. So it can't be 1 2 4 8. It cannot be 5 6 7 9. So there is only one digit that can go into this cell. So we can make that. So that's a 3. And now these two cells must be 1 4 8 for the column. So column 5 is done. Okay, so where do I go now? Let me look at row 7. I have 1 3 4 2 and 8. So okay, I can place the 6 in row 7, right? 6 has only one cell left. Can't be in these two cells, cannot be in this cell. So 6 is here, which means this must be a 5 9, this must be a 7 9, this must be a 5 7. Okay, so I'll look at this box. 1 3 4 7 and 9. So we have 2 5 6 8. This must be a 5 8 because there is a corner pencil mark of 2 here. This must be a 5 6. You can't have 8. And this must be a 2 5 8 and this must be a 2 5 6, right? Although not all candidates that I'm entering in are going to be useful in the solve, I'll just make a note of them anyway. 1 6 9 4 and 7. So we have 2 3 5 8 remaining digits in row 8. So this must be a 2 3 5 because you can't have 8 here. This must be a 3 5. You have a 2 here, so that's a 3 5. Okay, look at this cell, guys. There are only two possible options here. 1 2 6 8 are ruled out, 3 and 5 ruled out, and 7 is ruled out. So this is a 4 9. And 1 2 6 8, 7 and 9. So this cell must be 3 4 5. So quickly we are moving box by box by writing candidates. And look at this cell. These two cells I mean can't be 1 4 7 6 and 8. So this must be 2 3 5. 9 is ruled out. And this must be 3 5 and 9. 1 4 7 2 6 and 8. So this is a 3 5 9. Okay, let me focus on the top 3 rows now because there are lots of vacant spaces in there. So we have 1 3 5 7 9 in row 1. So which means these 4 cells must be I'll just write in them and then I'll slowly start writing reducing the candidates. So 2 4 6 8. Can't have 2 8 here, so that's a 4 6. So this would be 2 4 6 8. 4 8. So this is not 4 8 and this is not 2 6. So that's a 4 8, right? So I'm going to continue doing the writing the candidates 1 2 7 9 and 3 and 5. So this must be 4 6 8. 1 2 7 and 9 and 4 and 8. This must be okay. Let's focus on column 8 rather. So 4 7 9 1 and 8. So these two cells must be 2 3 5 6. 2 is ruled out, so that's a 3 5 6. 6 is ruled out, so that's a 2 3 5. Okay, this place appears a bit juicy. So you have 1 9 2 6 here and 3 and 5 are ruled out. So only 3 candidates left. So that's 4 7 8. 4 cannot be here. That's a 7 8 and that would be a 4 7 or 8. So 1 2 3 5 and 6 and 8. So this cell can only be 4 7 9. Look at this cell, guys. Can't be 1, 2, 5, 3 and 9. 9 is in one of these two cells, right? And it also cannot be 4. So there are only 3 possible options. 6, 7 and 8. So where do I continue or start writing candidates? Look at this area, guys. Can't be 2, 4, 6. Cannot be 7 and 9. So this must be 1, 3, 5, 8. 1 is in one of these two cells. So this is 3, 5, 8. This must be 1, 5, 8 because 3 is not possible. And 5 is not possible here. So that's a 1, 3, 8. Okay. Look at this cell. Can't be 2, 5, 6. Cannot be 1, 4, 7. So this must be 3, 8 and 9. So if you look closely, you can notice that one more candidate can be eliminated because 9 is in one of these two cells in row 5. We have made a corner pencil mark, so that's not a 9. So that's a 3, 8. So I think we have made all useful pencil marks here. Don't think there is anything else that needs to be made to show you the path that I used to solve the Sudoku. Okay, maybe here I can write the candidates 2, 4, 6, 7 and 9 and 1. So this must be 3, 5, 8. So pretty straightforward there. This must be 3, 5, 8. Okay, so at this point I used two powerful, you can say, logics. The first one can be cataloged, but the second one I'm not really sure what do you call that, right? The first logic that I used at this point was a Findex Wing. I'll show you guys. I'll highlight and show you. That would be much better. So this was the first of the tough steps that I used in the Sudoku to solve it. Look at rows 2 and 8. 3 can only be in these 3 cells and 3 can be only in these 2 cells in row 8. So if you look closely, we almost have an Xwing pattern which is disturbed by this cell, right? If this cell did not take a possibility of 3, we could have clearly had an Xwing pattern and eliminated 3 from all these cells, which I am going to mark in yellow. So if this cell is not a 3, we could have eliminated 3 from all these cells because this is a perfect Xwing pattern. However, in this case, you also have 3 as a possibility in this cell. So we can't use the Xwing fully. We still can use it in a restricted way. So this is called a fin, and hence the name Findex Wing. So when you have an additional, when you can't restrict the possibility of a digit into exactly 2 rows and 2 columns and need one more row or column, in this case you need this column, so you can still use the elimination. However, the restriction will be limited only to the cells which share the same unit as this fin. So in a normal Xwing, I could have eliminated all these cells, right, in the yellow cells. However, when you have a finned Xwing, you can eliminate only these 2 cells as not being a 3, right? And why only these 2 cells? Because these 2 cells are the only cells which share the same unit as the fin. This is the definition of the finned Xwing. Now to see, we can just see why 3 can't go here. So if you have a 3 here, the 3 in this box goes here, and you'll clearly see that row 2 does not have any 3 possible, and that's why 3 cannot go in this cell, right? So this becomes a 2, 5. So we got a small elimination using a Findex Wing. The next thing I used was a little bit of visualization, you can say. I'm not sure if this is the intended idea. There may be something better in the Sudoku which I'm not seeing, but after using this idea, the Sudoku fell rather quickly. So I'm going to show you guys the same thing. At this point, I'll request our viewers to explore the Sudoku further and see if they can solve by using any other way, which would really be interested to know through comments. We'd really be happy to see your comments. So what I used at this point was, can this cell be a 2? And why did I ask myself, can this cell be a 2? Because I was focusing on these bi-value candidates and trying to see if I can combine any of these in a meaningful way. And I saw that this cell cannot be a 2. It is a ultra sharp reduction, you can say. What happens if this is a 2? This becomes 5. I'm going to highlight it in green. So this would be a 3, right? When this is a 2, this is a 5. This is a 3 and this is a 5. And there you stop your visualization. Can you see why this is not possible? Look at row 2. Row 2 does not have any more 5s left. 5 is eliminated from this cell because 5 is going here, and because you have a 5 here, 5 is also eliminated from this cell. Is this the intended idea of the author? I would really love to know about this. Maybe even if Shye is seeing this video, I'd be happy to know from her. Maybe you guys can also show me some better path. I'd be happy to know that. So we can be sure that this cannot be a 2 because these two cells become 5, are forced to be 5, and there is no place for 5 in row 2. So which means that this cell has to be a 6, can't be a 2. Now I think the Sudoku should fall fast. So because of this 6, you get a 4 here, you get 8 here, you get 2 here. Row 1 is completely over. And let's continue now. I can't have 6 here, so that's a 3, 5. 4 is here, so that's a 6, 8. And in box 4, now 4 can't be in the middle column, so 4 has to go here. That's a 7, 9. So this is not a 4, that's 1, 8. And we got a 7, 9 here, so which means in row 6 we have a 7, 9 pair, which means this cell can't be 2, 5, 6, 7, 9, would have to be 1, 3, 4, 8. 1 and 3 are rolled out, so that's a 4, 8. And exploring deeper, you'll see that there is a beautiful triplet in box 5, 1, 4, 8, which means this is not a 8, so that's a 3. So that's not a 3 anymore, so that's 1 and 8. I have 8 here, so 8 is removed from here, that's 3, 5. So 8 is not in column 2, so 8 goes in one of these two cells, and because of which 8 is not here, so that's 3, 5. So we have a 3, 5 pair now, so that is not a 5, that's 1 and 8, right? So you can see that we are making swift progress after using the second of the tough logics that I showed you, but it felt like a chain, and I'm not sure what how you name that logic rather than chain. So 7, 9, 4, 6, 1 and 8. So this must be 2, 3, 5 for the column. So I have a 2, 3, 5 triplet here. So that's a 4. And that gives me 8 here, giving me a 9 here, giving me a 4 here, giving me 8 here, a 1 here, a 4 here, and 8 here, a 1 here. That 8 gives me a 5, a 6, 5, 6. So this would have to be a 2. That would have to be 8. 5 gives me a 3 here, a 2 here. This would have to be 5. That would have to be 3. That is 2. And that's 3, 5. So actually at this point I could use unique rectangle because you have 3, 5 here. So this is not 3 and 5. So 1, 2, 8, 9, 3, 4, 7. So this would have to be 5 and 6. 5 can't be here. So that's 6. That's 5. So 6 in box 4 has only one option now. So that's a 6. This is not 6. That's 7, 8. So 7, 8 pair. So that means this is a 9. That's a 7. That's a 9. So I can mark a 5, 7 here comfortably. So there is a 7 here. So that's a 5. That's a 7. And these two cells must be 6, 9, which can be instantly placed. So 5, 6, 9, 1, 2, 4. So these must be a 3, 7, 8 triplet. So 3 can be placed now. 3 has to go here. And this column can be completed. So that's a 7. That's an 8. 7, 8 pair can be resolved. So that's 8. That's 7. That gives me a 9 here. A 4 here. A 5 here. A 9 gives a 5 here. So that's a 5. That's a 3. That's a 3. That's a 9. So 2, 3, 6, 8, 1, 4, 9. So that's a 5 and that's a 7. With that, we have completed this Sudoku titled Hanari by Shye, an excellent classic Sudoku. First, we had to use the Findex Wing, without which the second of the tough logic was not possible. If you guys remember, we eliminated 3 from here using the Findex Wing. And the moment we eliminated 3 from here, this became a 2-5 pencil mark. And we had a 2 and 6 here. And we made use of that elimination by using Findex Wing earlier. So an excellent Sudoku. Please do let us know how you solve this Sudoku. We'd be happy to know it from you. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and remember to subscribe to the channel.